Good evening, all of you. So here we come to the last topic for CMA students, and for CA students, we have very beautiful, very interesting, small topics. Okay. And MTPs are also out. So once we do complete this, we are going to solve in live classes, and highly recommend to all the CMA students also to do MTP of CA students, and CA students also to do the MTP of CMA students. I can show you the exam paper wherein same questions have been asked. And now, because I understand you all have thoroughly started your preparation for the upcoming exams, just note down my number, concept classes number. Don't keep calling and disturbing me, ma'am, ye pada do, ye notes de do. But if you are stuck up anywhere, that same doubt is not going to come in the final exam, maybe, but that generally thoda sa brings down the motivation of the students. So any doubt you have in direct taxes, in GST, in costing, you can message me. Click the picture, send the topic properly to 92900 Okay. While I write the notes, I'll write it also. So you can message me over there. So here we begin with the last topic, exemptions. Okay. Those who are all connected with me here or in YouTube live right now, just tell me, is the way we are doing this clear to all of you? Last 4 to 5 topics, how we have done. It's a challenge how we have done. Payment of taxes is one of the best way we could do it. Just 3 kind of ledgers we have studied the concept, and reverse we have gone. We have solved all the question answers. Same we did for registration, same we did for returns, and now we are here with the exemption topic. Now, to be honest, if we go on learning all the exemptions, I can teach all the exemptions in depth for coming 7 to 8 classes, but it is not going to work out. You will not be able to remember so many limits of exemptions in GST. So better important exemptions which are very important practically and repeatedly. We will do one exemption, one question, and then we will do more practice of past exam questions, study material questions of CMA and CA, so that we can apply that knowledge. And there is lot of common logic also here. For example, a doctor's service is exempt. Emotional reason, they are looking for the well-being. So even though they are giving services to patients, it is exempt in GST, right? Now the argument here is, suppose nowadays there is a lot of corporatization of the hospitals. So doctors are giving service not to patient but to hospitals. Then in that case, should these services be chargeable to GST? Still it is exempt. So like that, if you check the logic, trust, a charitable trust is doing lot of activities which comes under supply, but they are doing it for the object of the trust. So with those charity activities, whatever they are earning, they are spending it for the orphanage, old age home, or schools for the underprivileged. So then whatever services they are doing, that is exempt from GST. Sports association, okay, if they give, you give as a player, as an umpire, as a coach, service to Indian cricket team, registered sports association, then it is exempt. Yeah, but if the players are playing IPL, they are coming in the advertisement that Hulala and what Dream 11 and all. Are they going to pay GST? Yes, GST is going to be chargeable. You all followed or not? So today and tomorrow, this is one of my favorite topic. I enjoy teaching this because there is beautiful logic. How many of you studying right now have done with me deductions chapter? नहीं किया तो जाके वीडियो देखो. In 2 classes 110% deductions will clear. Why with so much of weightage I'm saying? Because I know how much time I've spent for ATC, ATD, ATU, ATTTA, which are important. I have made you practice each and every bit. One concept, one problem. One concept, one problem. एक ATD, एक problem. एक interest, ATTTA. ATG, one problem. Like that we have done. But let me tell you, I have completely skipped ATI series. ATIA, IB मैंने बताया ही नहीं है. मेरे notes में printed ही नहीं है. Same way I'm doing for exemptions. Most important exemptions we will do very thoroughly. The concept, the problems we will practice, everything we will do. But there are few exemptions which are a part of your syllabus, but this time I have printed at the end problems ke piche. If you just want to read it, have a glance and keep it, no need to refer it before exam. जैसे all the services of EPF, LIC, government, वो सब समझ में आ रहा है आपको? तो let us quickly begin with this topic, exemptions. इसके आसपास कौन खड़े हैं? Who is standing beside exemption? Section 10, composition. Section 12, time of supply. 13, time of supply in the services. Then we have 15, value of supply. Then 16, 17, 18, input tax credit. In between, after composition and before time of supply, we left this topic because when this is having some numericals, we have to do it at the end. Huh? तो जितना important है, trust me, as a teacher, I will make you learn. But promise me, when I say do the problems, do it. CMA students, if you are listening to me, in your study material of exemption, question number 4 onwards, very nice questions are there. Solve those questions after listening to my lectures. Same for CA students. Study material backside, very easy questions are there, solve it. And I'm so happy, so motivated to see that CA students are solving those puzzles also. You know, now exemption में इस बार हर एक exemption के बाद they have given a puzzle. That puzzle is like MCQ only, and the answer is available. They have to scan and like that. So they are asking doubts over there also, and they are preparing. God bless you all for the super hard work you all are doing. That motivates me also. Chalo. So when we start exemption, the first confusion with the students, I want to clear it by going to the notebook. चलते हैं notebook में, screen sharing करते हैं और notebook में चलते हैं. Oh, to add this section. Huh. Right now, all of you, exemptions. Section 11 of the CGST Act, and it is section 6 of the IGST Act, just optionally. If you don't remember also, it's absolutely okay. ठीक है? चलो शुरू करें. Now what I'm saying is, I want all of you to write is exempted supply. Exempted supply के पहले we should know what is non-taxable supply. You know what is non-taxable supply? Supply on which GST is not levied, like alcoholic liquor for human consumption, है ना? Alcoholic liquor for human consumption. और क्या है? Petrol, ATF. These are all non-taxable supply They are completely exempt. Anyhow, they are outside the purview of the GST. Then we have nil rated supply, which is taxable, but right now the rate is nil. It is also called as zero rated supply. Basically, these are the supply you do for exports or in SEZ. Okay? Zero rated supply, nil rated supply, non-taxable supply, they all come in exempted supply. Exempted supply means no GST, whether it is supply of goods or services. In your services, in your exempted supply, they say that as per the CGST Act, Section 11(1), by way of notification, the GST council meet is held, and then by way of notification they can say, okay, on these supply of goods or services GST is not going to be levied, it's exempt. आज से ये exempt है, दे दिया notification. Or section 11(2) says by special order they declare that on this goods or this services there is not going to be any GST. And one more is there, just little bit, and then directly I'll start with GST exemptions. Section 11(3) says within 1 year of above notification or above order, they can amend. Followed what I'm saying? Suppose section 11(1) says that within India, if the goods are transported by waterways from Goa to Gujarat, we are sending the goods by waterways through Kandla port, then it is exempt. Then within 1 year, they can add to that notification with the retrospective effect that now Goa to Chennai also waterways is exempt. Are you following? So all your exemptions are covered in section 11(1) by notification, by 11(2) by special order, and within 1 year from notification and order, this can be amended. Clear to all of you, right? Now, in case of goods, hardly there are any exemptions like basic essential products which are available loose, right? Atta, pulses, dairy product. On that, GST is not there. ठीक है? और सर्विसेज से फिर हम शुरू करते हैं. Let us begin with exemptions. मिला सबको? Exempted supply has been defined as supply of goods which attracts nil rate of the duty. Just now I said the rate has become nil, or which is wholly exempt, and it also includes non-taxable supply. Non-taxable supply is petrol, alcoholic liquor, जिसपे GST लगता ही नहीं है. Okay, it can come by way of notification by order, and you can extend the scope of this 11(1) and 2 within 1 year. Why I'm saying within 1 year can be asked in MCQ. MCQ जहां मैं लिखा रही हूं लिखो, so that second reading you all will be alert. Now, there are certain goods on which GST is exempt. Let us start with services. The first kind of the services I am taking up right now is services by charitable entity. So services by an entity which is registered. You all know charitable trust earlier was registered in 12A. Compulsory every 5 years the trust needs to renew its registration and tell to commissioner ki okay, this is the object of trust, we are working for this. Okay, now if they are doing the activities by way of public health, care or counseling for severe physically and mentally retarded people, those who are affected with HIV, person who are taking drugs, public awareness of family planning and all, advancement of religion, spirituality, advancement of educational programs or skill development program. Like I remember in Maharashtra, what is his name? So one very patriotic person, in under his name, they have started skill development product where they train the underprivileged people to make candles and mats and all, and they are selling it in a store. So for abandoned or homeless children, prisoners, six, and all. And last is charitable activity in the form of preservation of environment, including watershed, forest, and wildlife. By charitable trust inside the forest, water pumps are put up so that animals get water. So if these all activities are done by registered charitable trust, on this GST is exempt. Is this clear to you? Now, there are so many hospitals which are managed by trust. Yeah, like we have Reliance Foundation, Leelavati Hospital in Mumbai. In Hyderabad also we have Sadhuram Eye Hospital. That's a hospital which is giving best of doctor service, but it is in trust. Ma'am, but they are also collecting 150, 200. They take very nominal fees to pay off to their doctors and all, but their services are exempt. Hostel accommodation. Services do not fall within the ambit of charitable activities. Thus, accommodation services in hostel, including by trust, having value of supply up to 1,000 will be exempt. You know, under trust, they run hostel wherein children can stay and they get educated over there. So, if it is 1,000 per day tak hai, hostel ka cost, so it is exempt. GST on services provided to charitable trust are not exempt. Unless specifically exempt, all the goods and services provided to the trust are very well taxable. Trust giving services in these areas, health and drugs and family planning and religion, and like Ramakrishna Math is teaching slokas. Like this, so many trusts are there who are doing lot of programs for the well-being of the children and elders and all age group. So all that is exempt. But when the charitable trusts themselves are receiving the services, GST is going to be levied. Okay, right. Recreation, training, or coaching services by way of training or coaching in arts, culture is exempt, or sports by charitable trust under 12AA and 12AB are exempt. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? So the trust is having a ground wherein they say that youngsters can come and play cricket and hockey and volleyball and all, then those services are exempt. Okay? Related to this question in the exam, how you have to solve is exactly like we have done the questions for value of the supply. Particulars and amount you write. Where it is exempt, you write exempt. Where it is taxable, you write taxable. So right now I'm doing one or two problems orally. If not comfortable, let me know. We can later on write it and do it also. Okay. So are you clear about today's class? Trust me, dear students, all important exemptions. Students ऐसे ही बोलते हैं मैम इतना वास्ट है पोर्शन, exemption में छोड़ के जाऊंगा, I'll take a risk of 6 to 8 marks. You cannot, because it's going to be very easy and the latest amended exemption is going to be asked. Abhi, if you check the MTP of 2024 exam, they have asked amendments in the exemption in the exam. Mock test paper. Chal. Radheshyam, trust questions are very, very easy. As an entity registered, has furnished you the following activities. You are required to compute its GST. Fees charged for yoga and breathing conducted by trust. Okay. So trust is doing the program. 1 second. Trust is doing the program for yoga and breathing. So that comes under the charitable activity. It is exempt. Amount received for advancement of educational project related to abandoned children. Till you have doubt, refer back. Learn this topic, dear students, the way as you learn, what do you call? वो deductions पढ़ते हैं ना, बस वैसे ही पढ़ना. Yeah. Volume and all is clear to all of you? Those who are live in YouTube can comment. Here also Zoom में clear है सब. चलो तो इसको कैसे solve करते हैं देखेंगे. Amount received for advancement of educational program related to abandoned orphans or homeless children. Okay, that's very well exempt. Next, amount received from renting of commercial property which is owned by trust. Now trust can do all the activities, but for example there's a college which is running under a trust. Okay, my college, St. Joseph College, it's under a trust. So the college educational services and all is exempt. The college is not charging any GST for students. But after college, the college premises are given on rent to a music school, to IIT coaching. Then that rental income, are they going to be taxable? Yeah, for the trust. Trust can have all the other kind of income which I discussed up, but not this. So it will be taxable. Payment made for services received for service provider located in UK for the purpose of charitable, exempt. There are so many trusts in India, Swaminarayan schools, colleges, temples, who get huge donations. Names I'm giving just for the sake of example. ऐसा नहीं कि उनको ही मिलता है. TTD Trust is having huge income by way of donations, by way of hair export. जितने भी लोग वहां हेयर डोनेट करते हैं वो हेयर एक्सपोर्ट होते हैं, उससे विग्स बनते हैं, लड्डूज, all that income is exempt. Amount received for activities relating to preservation of wildlife, will it be exempt? Yes, right. Anyone is having any confusion? And the best part of this problem is that you have bitwise marks. Say if this problem is 5, so 5 out of 5 mark का pressure मत लो, कुछ तो कुछ करके you will manage to get at least 3 to 4 marks. So what is going to be the taxable part here? Taxable supply value, it's 30 lakhs, and GST is going to be 18% of 30 lakhs. 18% of 30 lakhs. Please calculate just 2 minutes. I forgot my water bottle. Thank you for waiting. आपने आंसर कैलकुलेट किया? दीप्ति मैम रोज वाटर बॉटल भूल जाते हैं ना. Hmm. $30 lakhs. GST have been charged separately. So 30 lakhs into 18% is coming to 5,40,000. Beta, how did you get different answer? 5,40,000. No, taxable supply is the value of supply and GST is separate. Don't add it. No problem. See, that's the benefit of doing it before a teacher. Did you get it? Many students do like that. Total income is 10 lakhs. Say tax is 2 lakhs. फिर ऐड कर देते हैं टोटल, ऐसे नहीं होता ना. Total income is separate. Compute the total income, gross total income, deductions, total income. And this is separate. Clear now? Yeah. Okay, no problem. That's why you all have come to learn here, na? Highly recommended to share total income day 25 video with all your friends. They will have a very good grip on how to attempt the questions in exam. Shall I close charitable trust by a brief revision? Charitable Trust is doing healthcare activities for HIV, AIDS, mentally retarded people, drugs, alcohol जो consume कर रहे हैं, family planning, yoga, religion, spirituality, हाँ, skill development programs, taking care of elders above 65 years, and prevention of the environment. Okay, right. Next type of activity we are going is religious services. Religious services says conduct of any religious ceremony, renting of precincts of religious places. Same example I can give: TTD temple or Gurudwara or mosque or church or anywhere. Yeah, an entity which is registered under a trust or other sections. Chhod do. Renting of room where charges are 1,000 per day or more. Yeah. So if it is 999, it is exempt. 1,000 or more taxable. ऐसे लिखो. Because in exam they'll give exactly 1,000 beta. 1,000 will be taxable. Rent of premises, community halls, Kalyan Mandapam, function halls are there in along with the temple where pujas and weddings are performed. 10,000 and above, taxable. Renting of shops. If you go to Madurai temple, Meenakshi, Madurai is the name of the place. वहाँ पे Meenakshi temple है बहुत बड़ा. So in the temple premises, they have so many puja, photoshops and all. So are they paying rent? If the rent exceeds 10,000 per month, it is taxable. So religious places, 1,000 per day room rent. Kalyan Mandapam 10,000 per day and rent of the shop 10,000 per month. उससे ज़्यादा है तो it is taxable. Are you all with me? What is the first mindset? 2 minutes, huh? What is the first step in the mindset? You have to take care of exemptions. We are not going to do all the exemptions, but what are best and important, we will do the concept, we will revise it, and we will solve the problems. Now for every exemption, I have given definitions. Ma'am, वो भी पढ़ना है क्या? मत पढ़ो. Ma'am, फिर आपने क्यों दिए? It's a part of syllabus, and some students are like, we want to know what do you mean by religious precincts. So then read it. It's like for your common logic. And I'm telling you in exam, particulars amount, this service exempt, this service taxable. You write, you will get stepwise marks. But be careful about one thing. Many times they will say, all the above value of supply are inclusive of 18% GST. Means they are 118. 18 kitna? Sometimes we will say all the above values are excluding GST. So directly you can put 18%. Clear to all of you? This is building up your mindset beta for this chapter. चलो साथ में शुरू करते हैं. So religious trust 1,000 per day. Room rent is exempt. 1,000 is also taxable. Huh? 10,000 for the Kalyan Mandapam per day rent. 10,000 per month for the shops. Okay? Right. What is the definition? If you wish, you can read it. If donation is received by the religious trust with specific instruction between the donor and receiver that the religious place will hold an advertisement promoting the business, such donation is subject to GST. If donation is received without such instruction, then it is not. I give donation to a temple that, okay, today whole day Prasad is sponsored by CA Dipti Chheda's concept classes and you put a banner and all. Then this is not donation. They are giving advertisement service. So I'm putting up my advertisement. So it's going to be taxable. They will charge GST. Who? The religious place. If I just donate, okay, do whatever you like, then no GST on donation. Any student feeling there is a conflict in my talk and it is not clear, अभी मुझे रुका के बीच में ही doubt clear कर लेना. Services by specified organization in a religious pilgrimage. We know in India, Amarnath Yatra is organized like Kumon Mandal Vikas Nigam in Uttarakhand. They organize Man Sarovar Yatra. Then Hajj committee is there which organizes. So these religious trust and all those who are doing these kind of activity, their income is exempt. Okay. Krishna Nagar, an entity registered under trust, has furnished you the following details. You are required to compute the value of the supply. Okay. So directly one concept, one problem you are doing. And I hope आज कोई सोएगा नहीं. कल literally returns के class में ऐसा लग रहा था some of the students are like dragging, not able to tap up. होता है. As a teacher, you know, when I also watch, however good a teacher is teaching ना, तो वो video के बीच में नींद आती है. I'll tell you today at the end if you want to know कि what you can do for that. चलो. Now, renting of room where per day charges are less than 1,000 exempt. Renting of room where charges are 1,500 taxable. Renting of the halls where charges is 25,000 per day above 10,000 taxable. Kalyan Mandapam where charges are 5,000 exempt. Renting of shops for business where charges are 15,000 per month taxable. 10,000 के ऊपर. Renting of shops for business where charges are 5,000 exempt. So what is the total taxable? 17 and 5. 22 lakh 50,000. 22 lakh 50,000 is the taxable value of supply. Shall I do in notebook or clear? Even which is exempt, I want you to write in inner column. Half of marks are there for every step. 5 out of 5. Just exactly the way we have done value of supply. Renting of room 500 per day less than 999. So exempt. Outer column. Renting of room 1,500 taxable. So like this you have to write. Is my speed fine? You all are following? Huh? Chalo. Services relating to agricultural or agricultural produce. Man, section 10(1) says all the agricultural income in India is exempt. If I receive agricultural income from Burma, it's going to be taxable in income from other sources. Okay? So agricultural produce is exempt. There's a big list. So like GK, know what is exempt. Okay? Agricultural produce means any produce out of cultivation of plant and rearing of the life forms, except the rearing of horses. मैंने mark किया है यहाँ पे rearing of horses. हाँ, जो studs होते हैं जहाँ पे horses का सब maintenance and होता है, that's going to be taxable. Because horse races पे सब लगता है ना tax तो. You know, from this year, online gaming, casinos, horse races, very well liable for GST. Yeah. So what is exempt then? Agricultural operations directly to produce agricultural harvesting, threshing and all. Just supplying farm labor is also exempt. ये सब exempt है. यहाँ पे लिख दो exempt. The more you decorate the book, the better for all of you. Process carried out at agricultural farm, including tending, pruning, cutting, harvesting. Right. Renting or leasing of agro machinery or vacant land without. So just for renting of the agricultural land also it is exempt, no GST. Loading, unloading, packing, storage and warehousing of the agricultural produce exempt. Agricultural extension services, like making I remember when we were like young, abhi bhi young hi hain. I mean, say like when we used to go to school and all, so I remember like sweet corn used to be a luxurious item. Sweet corn used to come in tins imported from other countries. Later on we learned how to grow sweet corn, and I am right now in Telangana, Hyderabad. This Andhra, they are producing so much of sweet corn. Now, every second lane, you can find a vendor who is selling sweet corn by putting up the lemon and spices and all. समझ में आ रहा है? Few years back, if you ask someone in India what is a dragon fruit, what is a kiwi, we didn't knew all these were imported fruits. Now we are growing dragon fruit in India. So this is because agricultural activities have been made smarter. Followed earlier seasonal fruits, now 12 months. Roses used to come only in winter, English roses, now 12 months. Because they have been maintaining that green rooms and all, which gives them exact environment. ठीक है? तो ये सब एग्रीकल्चर, यू मे बी थिंकिंग समवेयर मैम यू आर गिविंग ओवर एग्जाम्पल, सिर्फ पढ़ते नहीं जाना है, थोड़ा एग्जाम्पल याद रहेगा तो एग्जाम में यू विल लिंक एंड यू विल बी एबल टू अटेम्प्ट इट. Services by APMC or the board, or the services provided by commission agent for the sale or purchase. Mark this important. ये exam में बहुत आता है. You know, whenever APMC board is agricultural produce market committee, it's called. Like, you know, how every product is ISI mark, same way every agricultural produce is agro mark. So all that activity is done by APMC board. Huh? And even if by commission agent you are paying for agricultural produce, it's all exempt. Carrying out of intermediary products process as job work in relation to planting, rearing, food, fiber, raw material. मतलब आप जॉब वर्क कर रहे हो, खुद का फार्म नहीं है, तो भी it is not leviable GST. Services by way of artificial insemination of livestock. You know, multiplying the livestock, especially the buffaloes, cows, they are multiplied so that we can get more milk. Other than horses, horses के case में लिख दो taxable. Services by way of loading, unloading, packing, storage, warehousing of the rice is exempt. But milling of the paddy into rice is taxable. See, growing the rice is agricultural activity exempt under GST. But then bringing the rice to the rice mill and polishing it and boiling it to make different polished rices, it's very well a commercial activity. Once they have asked an example, growing of tomatoes, is it chargeable to GST? No. But then plucking the tomatoes, making the sauce out of that and supplying in market, very well GST is levied. Services by way of warehousing of minor forest product are exempt. Huh? Like tendu leaves, ye, wo, honey. So forest के products जो storage करते हैं. Services by way of preconditioning, pre-cooling, lightening, waxing. Apples को देखो wax लगाते हैं, sticker लगाते हैं as if they are imported from other countries, but it's all being done here only. So this is all very well exempt. Services provided by National Center for Cold Chain Development for other activities farming related all exempt. बोलो, किसी को ऐसे तो नहीं लग रहा ना हम बोरिंग थियोरी पढ़ रहे हैं? We have done 3 things until now: charitable trust, religious places, and agricultural produce. Everything is exempt except rearing of horses. Okay, here now services by way of fumigation in a warehouse of the agricultural produce. Agricultural produce is exempt, warehousing is exempt. But in warehousing, you are doing the fumigation and other activities to bring it in the secondary market, it is taxable. Services by storage of warehouse of cereals and all exempt. ठीक है? हाँ. Remaining things now, making of the jaggery and all this has become taxable, but ये important नहीं है. चलो. Let us do one question. 3 activities, 3 problem. Let us have a very good grip. Tomorrow, revise this part and I will do some very good quality good total exemptions. मतलब जिसमें 5-6 exemption merge है, वैसा problem भी करेंगे. ठीक है? Receipt from supply of farm labor, exempt. Charges, अभी ध्यान से करो. One problem next I'll give you to do and you can refer back. Seed testing समझ में नहीं आ रहा तो seed testing कौन करेगा? APMC की. Is this seed worth it for growing? हाँ. So their services are exempt. Soil testing, exempt. Charges for warehousing of potato chips. Warehousing देखते से exempt नहीं कर देना. What about warehousing of potatoes which I have grown in my farm, organic potatoes, exempt. But from the potatoes, I have made hot wafers, potato chips, and then I am warehousing that, very well taxable. Commission received on sale of wheat, exempt. Charges for training of farmers on new pesticides, fertilizers. This is that agricultural skill extension project. ये business head में भी आता है section 35 में, exempt. Renting of vacant land to a stud farm used for horse rearing. Animal rearing, buffaloes, cows, exempt. Horse rearing, taxable. Leasing of vacant land to a cattle farm. Are you all with me? Leasing of a vacant land to a cattle farm, exempt. Charges for warehousing of the rice, exempt. Charges for warehousing of cotton fabrics, very well taxable. Retail packing and labeling of fruits and vegetables, exempt. I told you, no, packing करने से, उसके ऊपर wax लगाने से, sticker लगाने से, the product doesn't change, it's still an apple only. So very well exempt. Chalo, let us see what is the taxable value of supply. कितना आ रहा है देखो बेटा, मेरे से फास्ट करो टोटल. ओ ग्रेट, सुपर्ब सुपर्ब सुपर्ब, करेक्ट आंसर, वेरी गुड. So when you are doing with this much dedication, all of you, and sharing your answers also, make sure today, tomorrow, you do your study material problems also. एक बार कर लो, और अगर easy लगे तो छोड़ देना. If you feel, ma'am, this problem was really good, put a stick on to revise one day before exam. And if you're stuck up anywhere, refer back notes. Otherwise, click the picture and send me. I'll clear it. For everyone, I'm giving my number again. You can click the picture and send it on 92900 This is concept classes number. You can see. All right. Services to or by the educational institute. Superb. Ma'am, everything is exempt now. Ek vidya, that is education, and ek health, that is medicine. Everything should be exempt. You're right. Everything should be exempt. Do you remember on your school fees ever your father has paid GST? No. But if you take a private coaching, yes. If you take concept classes app mein coaching, you are liable to pay GST. है ना? Right? So today's topic is interesting because this is going on around us. Somewhere when we have done returns topic at inter level, अभी आपकी इंटर्नशिप भी, आर्टिकलशिप भी शुरू नहीं है, तो आपने कभी रिटर्न्स का काम ही नहीं किया है. Services provided by an educational institute to students, faculty, staff, exempt. Services provided by educational institute by way of conduct of entrance exams. स्कूल कॉलेजेस में होते हैं ना स्कॉलरशिप एग्जाम और स्पेल बी और ये और वो, एग्जाम. Services provided to the educational institute, yeah, like transport of students. This is outsourced ना. कोई ट्रांसपोर्ट कंपनी है जिसके पास 25 buses हैं and they are providing on contract basis the transport service. Catering, including midday meals. Next to my house is that Chaitanya and Narayana colleges. So in the breakfast time, the food is outsourced. The auto comes, they put up the table, they put up the breakfast. Within 20 minutes, students will have breakfast, again back to their rooms. So they are catering services being provided to educational institute. Transport, security, cleaning, housekeeping, services related to admission or conduct of exam, supply of online education journal. अब ये सब services में, however, B1, 2 and 3 will be taxable if provided to colleges and universities. So I want all of you to put a bracket like this. Exempt only for school. Transport service provided by a third party to school, exempt. Catering to school, exempt. Cleaning and housekeeping service to school, exempt. These three services, if they are provided to college, इधर साइड लिखो, provided to, ऐसे लिखो, provided to college and university, taxable. Provided to college and university, taxable. ठीक है, चलो. So B1, 2 and 3 will be taxable if they are provided to colleges and universities. B5 will be taxable for schools up to 12th or education as a part of vocational. So what is B5? Supply of online education journals or periodicals. See, online mode is not for the study of school. Above 12th, yes. For your professional studies, you have subscribed to some online material. Every month you get chapter wise exam and all, that's fine. So this is exempt for colleges and universities. Reverse hai. For school, it is taxable. ऐसे लिखो please. Sure you all are writing? Anyone is having any doubt? Live chat is also on. वहां नहीं तो यहाँ जहाँ पूछना है पूछो. Some of the students are having other schedules, so they are watching the recording. But comment में बड़ी कंजूसी है. समझ में आया तो very clear, not clear. You should comment no when you are watching the full video in the YouTube for sure. है ना? So we come to know, is it worth it or not, what efforts we are taking. Chalo. So educational institute once again. Transport, catering, housekeeping service provided to schools, exempt. Provided to college and university, taxable. Online education for college and universities, exempt. For school, taxable. Only it is entrance exam which is exempt for all. Okay? Right. Now what is vocational courses? You all know ना vocational. जिसमें कुछ तो आपको टाइपिंग कंप्यूटर ये वो ऐसे सिखाते हैं so that you can get a job. Definitions I have given for some reason, so just let it be. Chalo. Now some more discussions here. Coaching given by private institutes, taxable. Underline it. बिल्कुल GST लगता है. Services provided by boarding schools. Actually, you know, boarding schools are giving staying and room rent and food and all the mess services all to children, which should be taxable. But it's a bundle of services, and the main service is education. Because I want my son to get educated in Bhavan school, I'm putting in Bhavan's hostel. So I'm paying hostel charges, stay charges, food charges, and all other amenities. So is it going to be liable for GST? Answer is no. It is exempt because it is bundled with the services of education. Services provided by IB schools are also exempt. Education institute providing non-recognized qualification with recognized qualification courses, then separate services to be assessed separately. Okay, right. You know, along with the school education, children can opt for horse riding or science lab classes, like this different classes. So if it is artificially bundled, it's not a part of education, it is optional, then GST will be attracted. If it is naturally bundled, like along with to school, Hobby and craft and music classes you have to take mandatory. Then on all the fees it is exempt. Lab fees, music class fees, किसी पे GST नहीं लगता है. But if it is artificially bundled, it's not essential, then taxable part GST will be there. Private tuitions taxable. Placement services provided by education institute taxable. You know, for placements, the colleges take money so many times from company. It's just a proper deal. कोई bribing नहीं है. That you come and do placements in our colleges, you will get students and our students will get job. So what, say for this the college is charging 10,000 rupees per sitting, 3-day campus interview. Then the college is going to charge GST on that. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Placement services provided by education institute taxable. मैम ये पूरा लिस्ट लर्न करना पड़ेगा. अरे एग्जाम्पल के साथ समझो और कॉमन सेंस के साथ आंसर इट इन द एग्जाम. Campus recruitment taxable. From employers they will charge a fee, taxable. From students if they are collecting extra money, taxable. Institutes preparing for competitive exams, IIT, JEE, NEET, civil service, all very well taxable. Postal coaching, yeah. Postal coaching is old name. Actually, we call it as distance learning. Like, say, if I do MBA from Symbiosis, Pune, huh? And it's online and all mode, whatever it is it chargeable to GST? Yes. Foreign courses conducted by private institute, taxable. ये सब आपको रीडिंग के लिए, नहीं भी रीड करोगे तो भी चलेगा. ये याद रख लो, इसको क्रॉस मत कर लो, इसको रीड ओनली करके छोड़ दो. Personality development classes, very well taxable. This is asked in exam. I don't know how, but mark it very, very important. Services provided by IIM for long-term degree coaching. Long-term, 2 years MBA and all the courses exempt. Services provided by IIM for short-term courses. 2 months business collaboration course, 2 months INDES course, 2 months forensic audit course. Chote courses which are not degree courses, they are just certification course. GST is going to be chargeable. But if IIM is providing long-term coaching, it is exempt. So fourth services over. फिर से एक बार जिस देखो, थोड़ा बड़ा था बट हमने उसको एकदम ब्रीफ बना के किया है. School giving services to students, faculty, staff exempt. School receiving services from transport, catering, security exempt. Transport, catering, security provided in colleges, universities taxable. Online journal in college exempt. Online journal in school taxable. And all these services. ये जो है ये सब तो एग्जाम्पल्स हैं बस. चलो, let us do the fourth sum now in class on your own. करो, I'm here only. Fourth problem खुद से करो. 2 minute, I'll get the rest also to my throat. आप करो. Exemption class we are doing tomorrow also, and tomorrow overall I'll tell you some more tips also. The reason is more number of problems I want to work out tomorrow. Abhi to one concept, one problem mode we are going. Bolo. Fourth problem, your time starts now. 5 minutes time given to you. You can just tell me the taxable value of supply. Even if you're watching as recording, type below. That will boost your confidence to next level. Be honest. Type the answer, then pause the video, then check the answer, and then move ahead. Even regular classes, 4, 5, 10 classes are not required only. कोई जरूरत नहीं है. Taxable value. Answer. You can do it from the screen if you're not having the hard copy. And I'm posting chapter wise all the materials in the Telegram as well as in the WhatsApp. Answer. Yeah, later on I may miss out. Tomorrow we have evening class. And on Friday we are taking a morning class. Yes. And Saturday, Sunday, anyhow is holiday. Monday, Tuesday. These days there won't be any classes. So you can plan your schedule for other studies. Yes. क्या वो आंसर नहीं दिया अभी तक सबने? Running of the boarding school. Is it exempt or taxable? Exempt. Private coaching fees taxable. Education service for providing education recognized by foreign country taxable. You know, you send students to the foreign education placement, right from education to all this are taxable. Conducting of the employable skill approved by National Council for Vocational Training exempt. Vocational training is very well exempt. थोड़ा सा फर्क आ रहा है बेटा आंसर में, देखो कोई बात नहीं. फीस फॉर प्रोस्पेक्टिव एम्प्लॉयर्स for campus interview बिल्कुल taxable है. Renting of the premises, educational premises. See, school colleges, they do get rent for giving it for after school activities, summer camps and all. So very well taxable. So what is the total coming? देखो कहाँ गलती हुई है आपकी. And if you still have a doubt, ask. Very good. Nearby correct है. एक आधे item में गलती हुई है. देखो. What is the taxable value of the supply? Taxable value of the supply. Thank you so much. कल का क्लास थोड़ा ड्रैग हो रहा था, ऐसा लग रहा था ना, आज सब जाग रहे हैं. नो, इट्स 36,80,000. देखो बेटा कहाँ गलती हो रही है. 36,80,000 is the taxable value of supply. I have solved it on screen. And 18%, what's the amount of the GST? 662,400. I want to know where is the mistake. Some of you have given 46 answers, some of you have given 10 lakh answer. क्यों? जो taxable है, that you have to consider. Easy. चलो. NMIT offers a short-term course in data analytics. Said course is approved by vocational training. NMIT is registered. एंड ट्रेनिंग मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ लेबर. यू नो वोकेशनल कोर्सेज क्या होते हैं जिसमें यू ट्रेन अ पर्सन विच हेल्प्स हिम टू गेट जॉब. स्टिचिंग सिखाओ, टाइपिंग सिखाओ, कंप्यूटर कोर्सेज सिखाओ, मैकेनिक्स कुछ सिखा दो, so that they can start earning. Revenue raised a demand for GST on services provided by NMIT. Is the revenue correct? Answer is no, because these vocational courses are very well recognized. Fourth point, why it will be taxable, beta? Conducting modular employable skill courses, that's vocational courses, which are approved by National Council. Okay, 1 minute. If you have a doubt there, let me tell you. ये देखो यहाँ पे है approved vocational courses. Approved vocational courses which are affiliated to National Council for Vocational Training of State and all is exempt. Modular employable skill is also exempt. समझ में आ रहा है? Vocational courses are exempt. अभी देखो आंसर आया आपको? Yeah, no problem. Students, I can make out they're my students when they keep saying thank you, man. Because I do believe thank you has got a lot of raising energy powers when you say dil se. Chalo. So we have completed how many services? 4 services. Kya kya kiya? Charitable trust, religious, वो 1000 वाला. फिर थर्ड वाला कौन सा किया हमने? एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोड्यूस. And fourth one we have done in schools. School colleges is clear to all of you? Yeah? Chalo. Fifth one now. Repeatedly asked question in exam. Healthcare services. Healthcare services by clinical establishment. Hi-fi name for hospitals. Authorized medical practitioner, that is doctor. Paramedics, nurses, physiotherapists, other staff. Even if doctors provide service to hospital and hospital provides to patient, still it is exempt. Huh? So healthcare services are exempt. Next is rent on rooms provided to inpatient. It is exempt. Services by way of transport of patient in ambulance is exempt. Okay? But now they said any room rent charges recovered by clinical establishment means hospital were fully exempt since they were considered. Now exemption is available. See, nowadays hospitals have become like luxury hotels. Knee replacement surgery, cataract surgeries, packages are being given from 35,000 to 3,50,000. Lens will differ. Huh? So even the rooms and all, so much of luxury is given with attached bathroom and all other amenities and TV and refrigerator and microwave and all. तो room rent भी high होता है. तो healthcare services GST will not be charged where the room rent is up to 5,000 per day. If the room rent is 8,000 per day, on the whole amount GST will be charged. Fully taxable. Except exemption is available in case of rent of ICU, CCU, ICCU. अब ये सब neonatal और वो intensive care unit वो सब ICU बस याद रख लो. तो ICU का per day rent अगर 10,000 भी है, someone is put up on ICU ventilator, so per day even if it is 10,000 it is exempt. But room rent above 5,000 fully taxable. Up to 5,000 exempt. Okay. Supply of services other than healthcare services such as renting of shops, auditorium, display of advertisement, very well taxable. Hospitals में vaccines के और medicines के banner लगाते हैं, health checkup programs करते हैं, flower shop होती है, medical shop होती है, canteens are there. So we are giving them on rent and all. GST बिल्कुल chargeable होगा. GST is not leviable on consultancy services provided by doctors. etc. Retention money and the food supplied to patient as advised by doctors. So in short, you can say whole package is exempt. For knee replacement surgery, the package is 2 lakh rupees, which include patient and one attendant, room rent, doctor ka fees, surgery ki fees, uska khana pina, sab for 5 days. It's exempt. Yeah. Other supplies of food by hospital to patients which are not admitted, outpatients, and their attendant visitors very well liable to GST. So many hospitals are having canteens. There, if you just go as outpatient and buy tea, coffee, samosa, and have it over there, GST is going to be levied. But from same canteen, food goes to the patient's different room according to their category. So it is exempt. समझ में आ रहा है? Services provided by senior doctors hired by hospitals, whether employees or not, or healthcare services which are exempt. So services provided by senior doctors, ये सब exempt है. Hospital charges from patient 10,000 and pays to doctor 7,500, and then remaining they keep for their own expenses and all. तो पूरे पे GST लगेगा, हाँ, और या फिर पूरा exempt होगा. Entire amount charged by them, including the retention money, is towards the healthcare services, hence it is exempt. I hope you are getting. I am paying per day fees for the knee replacement 50,000. अब 50,000 में डॉक्टर का कंसल्टेशन फूड ये वो सब they will pay, and remaining they'll keep for the hospital expenses. All inclusive, it is exempt. Food supplied to patients, same point is repeated. When outsourced, there should be no ambiguity that supplier shall charge tax as it. Hospitals also, outsource some of their services, canteen and all sometimes. Very well GST lag ke aayega. Food supplied to inpatient as advised by doctors are part of composite and not taxable. Other supplies by hospital are taxable. Services provided by cord bank for preservation of stem cells and all is exempt. Services by veterinary clinic. Huh? Dogs का clinic है, animal, birds, cat का clinic है. So whatever services are being provided, it's exempt. Services provided by operators of common biomedical waste treatment facility to clinical establishment. It is exempt. This is a very beautiful example. In hospital, lots of dangerous waste is there. Syringes are there, cotton are there, blood-soaked cloths and all are there. So have you seen like there are different colored bins, yellow color, blue color, green color in hospital, and they outsource to someone who will pick up every day the syringes and dispose in a proper way, the cotton waste and dispose in a proper way. So these biomedical waste disposal services is outsourced. They are providing service to hospital. GST is not legal, exempt. Services by IVF are exempt. If you want, you can write down test tube babies. So ye birth places and lot of clinics are running like this, no? All that is exempt. ये point पढ़ो अच्छा है. Healthcare services means service for illness, pregnancy, abnormality, and all, and includes services of transportation of patient, but does not include hair transplant or plastic surgery, taxable. Just I feel my chin should be little sharp and I'm getting a surgery done. I call it as a fancy surgery. Hair transplant, skin clinics, plastic surgery, taxable. But same plastic surgery, except when it is undertaken to restore, there is an accident and a person left cheek got damaged and then he had to get plastic surgery done. It's very well exempt. Read this point 2 minutes. इसके ऊपर कहीं ना कहीं they ask bit questions. Very interesting. Are you all following exemption class? Huh? Yeah, this is also asked. Healthcare. Thank you. ऑल क्लियर, यस मैम। चलो, हेल्थ में क्या क्या आएगा? एलोपैथी, योगा, नेचुरोपैथी, आयुर्वेदिक, होम्योपैथी, सिद्धा, यूनानी, any other system which is recognized by government. Nowadays, lot of private healing, I'm not saying any critics for private healing, they are good, but they are not recognized healing techniques. Like hope nono technique is there, reiki is there, pranic healing is there. So lot of healing and neuro wiring and lot of programming courses are there. So do they come under medical clinical establishment and GST will not be levied? Answer is no. ये बिल्कुल सब टैक्सेबल हो जाएगा। ठीक है, राइट। चलो, डू द सिक्स क्वेश्चन एंड इफ यू आल्सो विश टेक अ ब्रेक ऑफ 2 minutes, असेंबल बैक, फिर हम ये कंटिन्यू करेंगे। Okay, let us continue. Chalo, so we have done services related to what right now? The last one, healthcare services, hospitals, doctors, all. Room rent per day up to 5,000, it is exempt. If it is 6,000, you can't say, ma'am, exempted 5,000 remaining pe GST lagega. Fully, it will be taxable. Okay, right. Packages are all exempt. Hospitals related services. Chalo. So now related to that, this problem is okay. Palliative care for terminal illness patient and all. Okay. So this is exempt. Services provided by cord blood bank unit of nursing home exempt. Hair transplant services taxable. Ambulance services exempt. Naturopathy exempt. Allopathy, naturopathy, homeopathy, Ayurvedic all exempt. Plastic surgery to restore anatomy of a child affected due to accident exempt. Plastic surgeries are taxable which are done by choice. Pranic healing taxable. It's not recognized. Mortuary services are exempt in Schedule 3 negative list. Medical treatment by yoga. Okay, that is also exempt. All the above amounts are exclusive of the GST. Okay, very good, very fast. So, what is the taxable value of supply? 1,50,000 and 20,000. You have to write like this below the problem. Taxable value of supply is 1,70,000 and GST at the rate of 18% is 30,600. Super. Thank you so much for the response in the chat box. Zoom पे तो सब response है, live chat में भी response करो, so it will be good. चलो, next one now we are going is very common. थोड़ा सा logic apply करना है, and only amendment is all the transportation services provided by e-commerce operator. You know where GPRS के through booking होती है, your Ola, Uber, Rapido, very well taxable. चलो, तो अब देखते हैं ट्रांसपोर्ट सर्विसेज फॉर पैसेंजर्स एंड ट्रांसपोर्ट सर्विस फॉर गुड्स. तो पहले पैसेंजर्स, transport of passengers with or without accompaniment belongings by air in economy class embarking or terminating in an airport located in the state of, ये नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स है, अरुणाचल प्रदेश, आसाम, मणिपुर, मेघालय, मिजोरम, नागालैंड, सिक्किम, त्रिपुरा, बागडोगरा. बागडोगरा एयरपोर्ट इज व्हेन यू गो टू सिक्किम, दार्जिलिंग, गैंगटॉक, वो जगह जब जाते हैं ना, तब ये स्टेट्स में से जाते हैं. ओके, सो एट दीज एयरपोर्ट इफ यू आर गोइंग बाय इकोनॉमी क्लास, then on airfare there is no GST. Otherwise, routine airfare GST is chargeable. Non-AC contract carriage exempt. Radio cabs, excluding tourism conducted charter, they are all taxable. Through e-commerce operator also taxable. Whenever radio cabs and all are provided through e-commerce operator, तो क्या होगा आपका, e-commerce operator will pay the GST. And suppose you have booked an AC cab by a private travel agency, still GST is leviable. Stage carriage, public buses exempt. AC stage carriage, public buses also nowadays AC are also there within the city, GST is leviable. Through e-commerce operator also taxable. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है आपको, ये रट्टा नहीं मारना है आपको. अंडरस्टैंड इट, whether it is the state transport or the private. If it is non-AC, it's exempt. If it is AC, it is taxable. If it is through e-commerce operator, still it is taxable. Railways exempt in a class other than first class AC, taxable. AC coach 3 टायर 2 टायर AC के सब फेयर में inclusive of GST लगता है. Then go to your documentation chapter. When you get a railway ticket, they are not writing tax invoice, ticket value, GST, all. So exception to the rule that you have to issue tax invoice in case of banks, railway ticket, movie ticket, जो ticket मिलेगा that is as good as tax invoice. So that means, is it chargeable to GST? Yes. AC tickets all. Metro, monorail, tramway exempt, no GST. Inland waterways, within Goa you can travel in a ferry from North Goa to South Goa, exempt. Even if it is privately owned, still it is exempt. Followed, all of you? Now, public transport, other than predominantly for tourism purpose, in a vessel between places located in India. So suppose we are into transport of the passengers from Chennai to the Goa to Kandla port via waterways. Okay, so public transfer via waterways is exempt other than tourism. For tourism, for example, recently we went to in India, lots of Shiv temple is there. One of the famous Shiv temple is like, what is that place का name? क्यों मैं नाम ही भूल गई वो place का? Sri Salem. There one Jyotirling is there. So through waterways, they take you to the deeper parts wherein old temple and cave and all like that. So for tourism purpose, if the vehicles are used, GST is leviable. Other than that, public transport exempt. मीटर्ड कैब्स, ब्लैक एंड येलो, जो जैसे बॉम्बे में और चलते हैं, ऑटो रिक्शा, इंक्लूडिंग ई रिक्शा, बैटरी ऑपरेटेड रिक्शाज आर देयर, are exempt. If through Ola and Uber, very well taxable. Whenever these transport are provided through e-commerce operator, very well it is taxable. Public transport by vessels other than predominantly for tourism purpose, exempt. Services provided by leisure or charter or cruise and all taxable. Like in the heart of Hyderabad city, we have a lake. In that lake, with music and traditions of Telangana, they have food and cultural musical programs, and the boat is going around the lake. Very well, it is taxable. Transport of passengers by ropeway, cable car, tramway, taxable. You go to Vaishno Devi and all those places, you can go up to a place by helicopter. Are those helicopter services chargeable to GST? Answer is yes. Almost all of them are privatized actually. Even if it is private, still taxable. Hiring of non-AC contract carriages by firms for transportation of their employees to and fro on predetermined route, exempt. अब ये दोनों में you can expect a question. 5-star, KitKat, eclairs, सब खिला दो. Very beautiful, very beautiful, recently added. Okay, because it's very important, just listen to me. I'm giving you some example. For to and fro of my employees, I have hired a transporter, non-AC, simple Winger गाड़ी आती है ना 15-seater, and I have given them the route that one Winger should start from A to B, one should start from C to B, like that. In this time, you should bring our employees to office. Evening 6 p.m. you should drop them. Non-AC vehicle, predetermined route, no GST. Ma'am, but it's private and the booking person is a corporate company, still no GST. अभी ध्यान से सुनो. I am a company. I have booked vehicle from a transporter for a fixed time. Morning 6 to 9, we want 3 Wingers at our gate. हम उनको कहीं पे भी भेजा, ये एम्प्लॉइज को लेके आओ, ये डायरेक्टर को छोड़ के आओ, ये करो, जो करो. Morning 6 to 9, we want 3 Wingers every day. Evening 6 to 9, we want. So we have pre-booked according to time, and they are not working on a pre-decided route. They are working as per our whims and fancies. हम जैसा बोलेंगे वैसा काम करेंगे. This is not exempt. This is very well chargeable to tax. And if transporter wala is a chota mota person, on RCM basis 9394, company is liable to pay tax. Take your time and tell me if it is not clear. हम फिर से करेंगे इसको. देखो, मैं स्क्रीन शेयर कर रही हूँ, आप पूछो कुछ डाउट है तो. I and J, please read it on your own and ask your doubts. 15 minutes more and then we'll. I knew someone will ask this question. मैम कल हो तो जाएगा ना? हो जाएगा. कल थोड़ा क्लास लंबा होगा. I'll message you. Please log in by 6:15. I know I've been starting little late now, but tomorrow definitely, because I want to practice more problems. Chalo. Radio taxis which work on GPRS, stage carriage, more than 6 passengers, e-rickshaw, battery operated vehicles are there in Maharashtra. Not seen here. They might be there in some cities. Okay, this is also one of it. You can read that. Chalo, let us do one problem. Chintan Transport is engaged in providing the services. Yeah. Can I request all of you to watch right from the beginning? Coming and going in the live class will not help you, beta. Services of the transportation of passengers by vessel in national waterways exempt. Services of transport of passenger by AC stage carriage. Stage carriage is 6-seater and above, but AC hai to taxable hai. Service of transport of passengers by non-AC exempt. Service of transport of passenger by contract carriage for tourism, very well taxable. Service of transportation of passengers from Goa to Kandla through waterways. It's not for tourism purpose. अच्छा ऐसे ही तो फिर exempt हो जाएगा. Services of transportation of passengers in metered cabs. Okay, metered cabs are usually non-AC. So metered cabs, your mono, metro, tramway, sub exempt. Services of transport by radio taxis who work on GPRS very well taxable. Non-AC contract carriage exempt. Services of transport of passengers in AC contract carriage taxable. तो क्या क्या आएगा टैक्सेबल में? सेकेंड वाला 20 lakhs, फिर फोर्थ वाला टूरिज्म, रेडियो कैंप्स एंड दिस 70 lakhs. Orally you can do value of supply. This is 45 and 550, 60 and 70. 70 lakhs. Easy passenger transport. Shall I revise once? हो गया आपका प्रॉब्लम लिखना? Finish writing, beta? I hope you all are writing in the printout taken, or if printout is not there in the notebook. You will get all these material in the concept classes app as well as in Telegram and challenges group. Transport of passengers with or without accompaniment. ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑफ पैसेंजर्स बाय डिफरेंट मोड्स. ये सब आपको बताया ना, फिर से एक बार रीड करना है. You go by AC economy class flights to these places exempt. Non-AC exempt. Radio cabs taxable. Public buses exempt. AC stage carriage and all taxable. Railways exempt, but first class and AC coaches taxable. Metro, mono, tramway exempt. Inland water exempt. Inland water for tourism purpose taxable. Okay. To and fro for employees on a predetermined schedule. That too by non-AC exempt. Otherwise taxable. All right. 7th problem is done. Chalo. Goods transportation service. Services by way of transportation of the goods by road, except the services of GTA, taxable. GTA टैक्सेबल है फॉरवर्ड चार्ज में 12%, आरसीएम में जीटीए is giving services to public enterprise or to company, they will pay the tax 5% on RCM. हाँ, ये आएगा अभी. कुरियर से अगर आप भेजा रहे हो, गुड्स ट्रांसपोर्ट कर रहे हो तो टैक्सेबल है. इनलैंड वाटरवेज है तो एग्जेम्प्ट. आई वांट टू रिपीट, सर्विसेज प्रोवाइडेड बाय रोडवेज through goods transport agency, courier wala, express cargo, angadiya service, all taxable. Inland waterways exempt. Services by transportation of rail or vessel from one place to another is exempt. Kya kya? Relief material. You know, when there is a natural calamity and there was floods in Uttarakhand, across India special trains were going and they carried relief material. Exempt. Defense exempt. Newspaper magazine which is registered with the newspapers exempt. These are all exempt. Railway equipment or material, if you are transferring through railways, now it is taxable. Agricultural produce exempt. Milk, salt, food grains, including flour, pulses, rice exempt. Organic manure, if you are sending, exempt. Services provided even by GT. जो सर्विसेज रेलवे दे रहा है, that service if it is provided by GTA, then it is exempt. What is it, dear students? Agricultural produce, milk, salt, food grains, organic manure, newspaper, relief material, defense material is all exempt. Okay. Services provided by a GTA to unregistered person, including unregistered CTP, exempt. So services provided by GTA to unregistered is exempt. Services provided by GTA to the registered person, then taxes payable by the registered person on RCM basis. Factory, society, you remember in chapter 3 we have done in table form. GTA providing services to registered person, factory, society, cooperative society, body corporate, partnership firm, CTP, ये क्या हो जाएगा? Taxable हो जाएगा. Services provided by GTA by way of transport of goods in a goods carriage to department or establishment of the central government. Huh? Everywhere in this chapter, central government, state government, union territory, I have written like that, local authority, government agencies, उन सबको सर्विस दिए तो exempt है. GTA can pay GST under forward charge 12%. There I've given a diagram. Or on RCM basis, others will pay 5%. If not, RCM will be applicable if person liable to pay freight is registered. GTA has taken registration under GST and excised the option to pay, then he can go for forward charge. If GTA is unregistered, then the factory, cooperative society and all will pay the tax on RCM. Huh? Recently added application of GST on transport of minerals from mining pit head to railway siding, beneficiation plant, etc. by vehicles deployed with driver for a specific duration of time. You know, from mines to some place, from their place to railways, कोल वगैरह निकालते हैं ना, तो कोल माइन से रेलवे तक तो लाना पड़ता है, then it is loaded onto a good stream, that coal. So all these services, if they are outsourced to a transporter ki fixed time, your vehicle should be with us, it is very well taxable. Renting of truck and other freight vehicles with driver for a period of time is serving of renting of transport vehicle and not service of transport by goods by road. समझ में आ रहा है? I am not giving you transport service. I am giving you renting. You are saying, Deepti ma'am, leave your vehicles with us. हमको जब जहाँ भिजाना है हम भिजाएंगे. तो I am giving you renting service. Very well liable to GST. One more service and we are done for today. इसके बाद पहले गुड्स ट्रांसपोर्ट सर्विस का एक छोटा सा प्रॉब्लम करते हैं. transport of postal mails, postal bags, that's courier and all, very well taxable. Transport of household effects, carrying and forwarding agents are there. Transport of packers and movers also it is called. Transport of the petroleum products. Petroleum products पे GST नहीं है, but I am giving the supply or the service of transport of the petroleum product. Very well it's liable to GST. समझ में आ रहा है? पेट्रोलियम पे जीएसटी नहीं है, लेकिन मेरा काम है टैंकर्स से पेट्रोल यहां से पेट्रोल स्टेशन तक पहुंचाना, taxable. Transport of relief material, exempt. Transport of newspaper, magazines and all exempt. So these three are taxable: 66, 76, 78, 88, 93 lakhs. Value of supply. देखो एक बार बेटा, कोई डाउट है तो पूछो. Value of supply is 93 lakhs and GST applicable at the rate of 5% is 4,65,000. 4,65,000. Don't miss out the class for tomorrow. We'll be doing combined very good problems. So ये फिर से एक बार, goods transport, goods by road, by GTA, by courier, cargo, taxable, by waterways exempt, by railways, these items exempt. Now, if the services are provided by GTA to unregistered person, it is exempt. But if services are provided by GTA to taxable person, then the taxable person will pay the tax on RCM basis 5%. If GTA himself is registered, he will pay the tax at the rate of 12%. ठीक है? Right. Banking and financial service. For those who have missed ITC chapter, let me tell you, section 17.4 related to input tax credit of banking services not there now. Section 17.4 नहीं है. तो अब banking services. Let me tell you in one line. All the banking services are liable to GST. Your processing fees, your locker rent, आप DD बनाते हो, you do RTGS. They, if you want to do 10 lakh RTGS, they'll say, okay, 130 rupees is the fees. उस पे भी GST लगता है. SMS charges, locker rent, processing fees, loan recruitment, ये वो, and all the services provided by bank, GST is levied, except then when bank is giving you loan. Are they giving you 10 lakh rupees loan as services only supply? And on that interest is charged by bank. On that interest or bill discounting pe discount, no GST is there. Other than that, all the banking services. Once again, I'm linking section 17.4 was blocking the credit for banks. Nikal chuka hai. Go to invoice chapter. Banks are not going to issue the tax invoice because there are like 2,000 members in the bank. हमने सबको SMS charges लगाए तो क्या tax invoice देते बैठेंगे? So not required for banks. It's a very practical thing. चलो. Services by Reserve Bank of India are exempt. However, services provided to RBI are very well taxable. Services provided by RBI are exempt. Services provided to RBI very well taxable. Common logics are there. Services by extending deposit loans and all exempt. Purchase and sale of foreign currency between banks, mutually bank के bank में ही exempt. Service charges or administrative charges, broking, entry charges collected over and above interest on loan, advance or deposit are taxable. बात समझ में आ रही है आप सबको? हाँ, तो ये सब पे taxable हो जाएगा. Invoice discounting, check discounting, bill discounting and all is done by bank. दैट इज exempt as good as loan हो गया बेटा वो तो. Any interest delay charges charged by bank, brokerage, settlement charges, margin trading facilities exempt from GST, as such transactions are in the form of loan. You know, like suppose you buy shares through a bank and you have to settle the account today. Bank is giving you 3 days time with interest. Huh? So that 3 days time with interest, this is like giving loan only. So only two services, negatively yaad rakho, on which GST is not charges is interest on loan and bill discounting. Charges for late fees taxable. Services provided by IFSC located in SEZ, जहां से सिर्फ एक्सपोर्ट ही होता है, वो सब exempt है. ठीक है, हो गया, right? So banks extending housing loan exempt. लोन के ऊपर कोई चार्जेस नहीं लगते हैं. हाउसिंग लोन. Oh, did I skip one question? पीछे? I'll go back and do. Good. Keep up the link. मैं आपको बताऊंगी 2 मिनट में. ये कर लेते हैं पहले. बैंक्स रिसीव लोन प्रोसेसिंग फीस. इसमें तो बिल्कुल जीएसटी लगेगा आपका, टैक्सेबल होगा. बैंक रिसीविंग 6 lakhs interest on loan exempt. Commission collected from the customers on the bank guarantees taxable. Interest income on credit cards. Oh, I missed reading it here. 1 minute. Loans given in all the form is exempt except interest involved in credit card. You know, credit card bills are settled at the end of the month, and credit card में से जितना withdraw करके you have done shopping and all, then on that services interest is charged. उस पे GST charge होगा. Ma'am, but that is also in the form of loan. But credit card services पे GST charge होगा. Commission collected from customer on bank guarantee. Okay, this is commission. तो taxable होगा. Interest income on the credit card issued बिल्कुल taxable होगा. Interest received on housing loan exempt. Minimum balance charges collected from the state bank. Minimum balance charges collected from the state bank बिल्कुल taxable होगा. ठीक है, चलो देखो फिर से एक बार देखो. If you are confused, check it again with me. Bank is extending housing loan exempt. Processing fees पे GST लगेगा. Bank received interest exempt. Commission पे GST लगेगा. Interest income on credit cards issued taxable. Interest received on housing loan exempt. Minimum balance taxable. So 42 lakh 50,000 and 30 lakh. 72 lakh 50,000 will be the value of supply. Are you all sure you are comfortable writing it this way? Exam में कैसे लिखोगे? एक एक बिट को एक्सप्लेन करने गए तो बहुत टाइम लगेगा. मेक अ टेबल. ओके, राइट. ठीक है, लीगल सर्विसेज से आई विल कंटिन्यू टुमारो, बट जस्ट आई वांट टू स्क्रॉल एंड टेल यू. लीगल सर्विस, आर्टिस्ट हो गया. Major 80% of the portion, important portion is completed now. ये सब कल छोटे छोटे हैं जो कल करेंगे. टूर ऑपरेटर में एक अमेंडमेंट है, that I will do, and these are all combined problems. ये तो एकदम ही पूरा combined problem है, कल करेंगे. ठीक है, right. And after these problems I have given common services कि एक बार पढ़ लेना है बस आपको. I'm going to do till here. I'm not going to do from here. This is self-reading for once. Like how do you read a newspaper? Homework for today. Life insurance services, bonds, general insurance, business facilitator, leasing services, sponsorship, skill development, technology related services. ये सब exempt है. Okay? That's all for today's class. Some of the topics in theory topic also like law and audit. Here कहीं पे भी अगर आपको लग रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है, one way of doing is important things record in your own voice. मैम उसमें तो बहुत समय जाएगा, नहीं, once you record it, that time only you will learn it, and then you can listen to it whenever you want. Second thing is, at least for the important side headings, especially law and like topic, I can't say how much I'm remembering my students. Like some of the students have literally made sketchbook. जब तक खुद से एक बार notes नहीं बनाओगे ना important limits के, तो आज जितने भी पढ़े हैं, can you on yourself write charitable trust, room rent per day, 999 exempt, 1000 के above taxable, कल्याण मंडपम 10,000 per day exempt, फिर उसके बाद कौन सा था, shops 10,000. दो बार ऐसा एक बार देख के और एक बार if you write it, no, you will remember it. Okay, so these are some of the techniques I'm sharing. And R for repetition. Lot of repetition you have to do of important things, and few exemptions पूरे के पूरे छोड़ दो, बिंदास छोड़ दो. Take that risk of 1 or 2 marks. As a teacher, I'm honestly sharing, because when portion is too vast and we are aiming for exemption, few things you have to take a chance in DT, IDT. So hope all these tips are helpful to all of you, right? So we are closing with our everyday prayer. If I have done it earlier, I'm surely going to do it now. I am not a CA CMA yet, but I'll do whatever it takes to achieve my goals, right? And I take 100% responsibility. ये बोल के तो देखो पावर बढ़ जाएगा. I take 100% responsibility for all my actions, behaviors, choices, emotions, all. Okay, it's not their mistake, it's not my mistake, but I take responsibility ki from my side what could I have done differently. That will keep you uplifted, headstrong, confident for your exam. Right? All the best to all of you. CMA students, good time is there. So write chapter wise exam. When I say, I'll be mailing you the papers. Those who are regularly attending in Zoom, I've taken your email ID and you will be getting a paper from my team with the timetable and all the details. Those who still feel that no ma'am, we also want to join the chapter wise exam, show me some handwritten notes you have written. Huh? मैं आपसे कुछ एक्स्ट्रा नहीं मांग रही हूँ, मैं वो ही मांग रही हूँ which will help you to. However best colored tabular charts I give, unless few things you don't write it, you will not get a confidence on the concept, on the speed in the exam. ठीक है? Thank you so much for watching till the end. Bye bye. See you all tomorrow sharp at 6:15, because we need to complete this topic in a nicer way by practicing more problems. And day after tomorrow, that is Friday, we have a morning class. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, there are no classes. I have been traveling. Rest all will be clear in the WhatsApp group. Are you all there in WhatsApp connected? Right. Thank you. Bye-bye all of you.